welcome back to class. In our last class, we talked about percentage. Now today, our topic is ratio and proportion. Learning objectives. At the end of the lesson, students should be able to 1. Simplify and compare ratios. 2. Divide an amount into 2 or more parts in a given ratio. And 3. Use the relationship between ratio and direct proportion. Firstly, ratio. A ratio is a way of comparing 2 or more quantities. Whenever you want to compare 2 or more quantities, you make it of ratio. When solving ratio, you can either divide the number in the ratio by a common factor until it is no longer divisible, or simplify the ratio in stages. So I will make use of these two methods to solve an example or 2 examples. Simplify these ratios. 36 ratio 12. You can use the division method which I talked about earlier. What is the common factor? 2. 2 in 36, 18. In 12, 6. Can 2 still go? Yes. 2 in 18, 9. 2 in 6, 3. What can go again? We have 3, that is 3 and 1. We no longer have a common factor for 3 and 1. So, all we need is the remainder, 3 ratio 1. So, therefore, we can say that 36 ratio 12 equals to 3 ratio 1. Or using the simplifying method which I said earlier, or write the value 36 ratio 12. And you check what can go in this. The highest common factor is 12. So you can say divided by 12. Then you put this in the bracket here. So 12 divided by 36. You can write it on this side too. 12 divided by 36 gives 3. While 12 divided by 12 gives 1. Therefore, we still have the same value of 3 ratio 1. 3 ratio 1. You can decide to choose any of this method that you prefer. Let's go ahead with the second question. What is the common factor for this? Let's start from the list, which is 2. 2 in 76, that is 38. In 16, 8. In 32, 16. 2 can still go. 2 in 38, 1, 9. In 8, 4. And in 16, we have 8. We don't have a common factor for all these numbers again. What are we going to do from here? We will put a stop to it. Then you can write, therefore, 76 ratio 16 ratio 32 equals to 19 ratio 4 ratio 8. 19 ratio of 4 ratio of 8. I hope you all understand what we have just explained. Sharing in a ratio. Sometimes you need to share things in a given ratio. When you want to share things with your siblings, you can decide that as an elder, you have to take more than the younger. You share in a particular ratio. So, an example says, a choir is made up of men, women, and children in the ratio 5, ratio 7, ratio 3. Altogether, there are 285 members of the choir. How many members of the choir are A, men, B, women, and C, children? We have to divide this in a given ratio. We have 5, ratio 7, ratio 3. Let's start with method 1 because we have 2 methods to solve this. This first method and another method known as unitary method. So let's begin with method 1. Method 1 says we find the total ratio so that means you're going to add the ratios together. 5 plus 7 plus 3. 5 plus 7 plus 3 gives 15. Now that we have the total ratio, we can solve for men. Men will be looking at it, the question says men, women, and children. That means this is men, women, and children. For men, we have 5. That is 5 over total ratio 15 multiplied by the number you are given, 285 choir members. 285 over 1. And this will give you the value for men. 5 here, 3. 5 in 28, that's 5. 5, 7. And you can divide further. 5 times 57 divided by 3. 3 here, 1 in 5, 1 in 27, 9. Therefore, the 5 times 19, and that gives 95. Therefore, we have 95 men. There are 95 men in the choir. We repeat the same process to solve for children and women. Let's start with women. Women equals to 7 over total, that's 7 over 15, multiplied by 285 over 1. 15 in 285 gives 19. Therefore, 7 times 19 equals to 133. You can then say that there are 133 women in the choir. Now let's go to children. For children, their part is 3, that's 3 over total ratio, 3 over 15, multiplied by 285. 15 here, 1 here, 19. Therefore, 3 times 19 equals to 57. So now we'll use the second method, which is the unitary method, to solve the same question. Unitary method. You can decide to choose any of this method that you feel that is preferable for you. The first one to do is for men. But before you start, calculate the total ratio, just like you did in the first one. Total ratio. What's the total ratio here? We have 5 ratio 7 ratio 3. 5. That's 5 plus 7 plus 3. That gives 15. And after then, you divide. To get one part of it, divide your total ratio. Divide this by your total ratio. So you say 1 part. That is what we mean by unitary, single. 1 part equals to 285. That's the total number of choir divided by 15, the total ratio. So 1 part equals to 19. If you want to get for men, women, and children, it is much easier now. We say that men will be, what is men ratio? 5. That is 5 times 1 part, 19. 5 times 19 gives 95. So therefore, there are 95 men. Then 2 women. Women part is 7. That is 7 multiplied by your 1 part, 19. 7 times 19 gives 133. Then the third one, children. Children is 3. That's 3 times 1 part, 3 times 19, and that gives 57. So if you look at it earlier, we find out that they give the same thing. Men equals to 95. Men here equals to 95. Women equals to 133. Women equals to 133. and children equals to 57, equal to 57. Ratio and direct proportion. Ratio can also be used to make comparisons. Example, a carton of biscuits contains coconut and ginger biscuits in the ratio 3:7. The carton contains 50 biscuits. What fractions of the biscuits in the carton are coconut biscuits? What fractions of the biscuits in the carton are coconut biscuits? That's the first question. To get the fraction that are coconut biscuits, we have to first find the total ratio. Total ratio, we have 3:7, that's 3 plus 7, which equals to 10. Coconut biscuits fraction is 3 out of 10, that is 3/10. We've answered the first question. Now the second question. How many coconut biscuits are in the carton? How many coconut biscuits are in the carton? Don't forget, you already did the total ratio. So to know how many coconut biscuits are in the carton, that is your fraction, 3/10 multiplied by the total biscuits in the carton, 50 biscuits. So we have 3 times 5. Therefore, 3 multiplied by 5 gives 15. We have 15 coconut biscuits in the carton. You can then complete by saying there are 15 coconut biscuits in the carton. We have come to the end of today's class, but before I go, here is your assignment. Simplify the ratio 6:20:10, and secondly, a basket of fruits has apples and bananas in ratio 3:1. What fractions of the fruits are apples and what fractions of the fruits are bananas? Thanks for watching and have a lovely day.